Alright, my opinion on Mark Webb. Well, the thing about the Spider-Man 4, the thing that was supposed to happen before this movie came out, it was going to have Carnage and Rhino.
No,
and I'm pretty sure,
Vulture. Because John Malkovich was playing Vulture.
Oh.
And Carnage was supposed to come in at the end, and supposedly, to internet rumor, it was going to be Jim Carrey, which I was stoked for, to be honest.
Yeah, but it's hard to do Carnage in a movie.
But with Jim Carrey doing it, I would have fully welcomed that. Yeah. Especially since, at the time, he was losing weight from playing Curly in The Three Stooges until he quit the movie, and then they got Will Cess out.
Yeah. Well, the second when I heard Rhino was going to be in it, I was like, no, and that's probably what caused Sam Raimi to be like, I'm getting out of this.
See, mine was the idea that Voltress was coming in, and Voltress doesn't fucking exist. That's what got me.
Anyways, so when Mark Webb got announced that he was going to be directing this, I was iffy about it. I talked about that before.
Absolutely.
But it worked. A lot of people were worried that this movie is going to be Spider-Man set as Batman Begins, being way too much like it, when really it was completely different, but still had that, serious, structured tone. It wasn't dark and gritty, which is the one thing I was worried about, because every movie, ever since Batman Begins, oh, we're doing a superhero movie? Let's make it dark and gritty.
Yeah, to be fair, I mean, before Batman Begins, The Crow and Spawn did that.
Yeah, but those were comic books that were dark and gritty. I'm talking about, like, Superman, Spider-Man.
To make something that's supposed to be lively, colorful.
Yeah, understandable. I mean, at least with Spider-Man, though, I think they had a good contrast. Some moments were dark and gritty, but the other parts, it
had heart,
stunning.
It had heart. And that's what really got me into the film, was the heart of the film. I believed the relationships between everyone. Exactly. I believed in the struggle. Even in the Lizard. A lot of people complain about, the Lizard's way too boring.
Yeah.
But I felt it.
They made it.
I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed seeing the transition that Ray Vine's character, Dr. Connors, turning into the Lizard. You see him being the serious guy who really wants to do something serious, create a world with no pain, and
that really wants to help.
Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde happens, and he becomes the Lizard.
Now, I do want to bring this up, and I think this is the running joke. We just said, 10 minutes ago, we're not going to speak of this again, but the fact that Lizard looked like a Goomba from Super Mario World. One shot in particular was probably the shot he came out with the canister and threw it at the police. I was like, oh my god, it's a Goomba. But...
oh, Jesus Christ.
But, did the Lizard look cool?
Yes!
Yeah, for the most part, except for that one scene. The transformation scenes were great. The acting was great. The only thing I had towards the Lizard, besides the Goomba thing, was I felt, instead of Lizard, he almost came off as Killer Croc.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yes.
Especially after Arkham Asylum came out.
Yeah.
He did look a lot like Croc in that, except obviously 10,000 times shorter.
Well, here's the thing. That's always been a debate in comic books for the past, 30 years, was those two characters were so similar.
But did
Lizard
came out first, though.
Lizard did come out first, and I did like how some scenes he had the lab coat on.
Yes.
That was a lot of people's complaints when they saw the pictures, was that he didn't have a lab coat on.
And
so he looked like Killer Croc. The scenes that he had the lab coat on, I was like, yes, this is the Lizard.
Essence.
Yeah.
Exactly. Now, if there's anything you guys thought didn't work about the film, besides the writing, because I think we said that enough, was there anything you really felt didn't work about the film?
I have one major issue with this film, and a lot of people will say it's nitpicking. It's the scene where the Lizard breaks into Oscorp.
Okay.
And, Gwen Stacy's hiding in the closet.
I've heard this a couple times, yeah.
The music.
Yeah,
Dong!
Okay.
Dong!
I
was just like, what?
I think when I saw that...
out of nowhere!
When I saw that, I thought that's something I would see in a comic book movie, if anything, and I thought I enjoyed it for the stupidity of it. That I understand is nitpicking to a lot of people, but to me, it was one of those things, when I heard that, I truly laughed at the fact that it was like, okay, serious moment, what are we gonna do? It's like if you were watching a horror movie, and for some reason you heard, and it's not Friday the 13th. It's that joke.
Yeah.
That made me laugh.
But I didn't like it. I felt like it took me way out of the movie.
Okay.
At that point, I was so into this movie. Like, I didn't even blink for, like, the amount of time I was watching this movie. And then as soon as that happened, I was like, oh, I'm watching a cartoon.
Yeah.
I think if I had one thing about this film, and this is like, some was good, some was bad about this. The fact that, this is the problem with the original Spider-Mans, the fact that they bring in a useless character and not do anything with it. In this film, what they did was, Spider-Man saves a kid, and the dad comes in. And they bring back the dad towards the end, which I love. But the one thing I hated was the whole, guys, are you still working? It's like 1 a.m. Let's move our trains.
That was a little. It was like too perfect.
Yeah, and it was an exact line. All the way to Oscorp. I was literally just like, are you fucking kidding me? But the slingshot he does is epic.
Yes, that through the like triangle.
Yeah, that was absolutely
that was awesome.
Marcus, did you have anything that you thought was a little iffy?
Honestly, there was one part, but I couldn't. I was telling Josh about, like, I can't remember. It was I think it was just some direction, like a specific scene, something that I think Gwen did or whatever. But again, it's nitpicking kind of thing. Other than that,
actually, I do have one bigger than the things, and this is a comic book thing. Warning: this could be a spoiler to those of you who have not seen the film. The fact that Gwen Stacy's dad died.
Oh.
That was the one character, and if they screw up Gwen Stacy's death, spoiler, there's going to be some problems. Because that is considered the turning point of comic book revolution, was Gwen Stacy's death. But, Gwen Stacy's father is supposed to die saving a child from Doc Ock, and he gets hurt by rubble. The fact they killed him off so soon pissed me off.
See, I knew that he was going to die off in this movie.
Because
the second he knew that Peter Parker was Spider-Man, I was like, he's going to die now.
The thing is, though, if you've read The Amazing Spider-Man, right? He finds out earlier, though. Because he even says when he's dying, I've known you've been Spider-Man.
I'm just going from past superhero movies. That is the thing.
I was hoping...
Anyone who finds out the secret identity dies.
I was hoping, though, just for the fact that this seemed like they were following the comic decently well. I was hoping that he was going to live. And the fact that they killed him off, and you got Dennis Leary dead. Dennis Leary has never died in a movie, to my knowledge.
He didn't die in Rescue Me, huh?
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he lived.
Spoiler on Rescue Me. But, in general...
Even though it ended like a year ago.
But still, Mister, I haven't finished House yet.
Shut up. I'm not caught up, okay? Well,
every time I hang out with him, I have to watch myself.
Hey, give me a break, okay? I'm busy, alright?
Hey,
I'm gonna
right off into the sunset, enjoy. But so... if anyone got that, thank you.
Spider-Man!
Spider-Man!
You're awesome, go ahead.
But, I just think it sucks. They brought in Dennis Leary, who, for the lack of screen time he got, did a good job.
Yes.
He played the character to what it had to be. He was the straight man, to be fair. But, did he work? Yes. And that's the one reason why I like Dennis Leary. You give him a role, he's
gonna make it.
He's gonna work. And he's been in probably one of the funniest films ranked, actually, by the American Film Institute, and that's The Ref. He's been... That's been ranked as one of the funniest films made. So, good for that guy. But I hope he gets more films. Now, okay, we're going to move on to the end of this. We're going to move on to the end of the review. Thank you for watching. But if you have to sum up this film in a sentence or two, what would it be? Marcus?
It would be... It was a very good new beginning to a different take on it and a different perception of, the Spider-Man saga that we all know. And I look forward to seeing what they do with it. I hope that it is so much better than the original series and they continue with perfect casting. The original was perfect casting, and shut up.
What the douche! That was more than 3 sentences. Thank you, Marcus. Josh?
Okay.
Time's up.
No, hey, hold on.
I'm kidding.
I gotta get... Okay. I felt that this was... We're familiar with the story, but they did it in a way that introduced a lot of new ideas to it and really gave us a new perception of the story. I'm excited about the next film because I think, like Spider-Man, the series before, and like the Nolan Batman movies, The second one's going to be the one Webb or whoever's going to direct it is going to have full range to do whatever they need to, and I think it's going to come out great, especially bringing back Garfield and Emma Stone. I'm really excited about it, and I thoroughly enjoyed this movie, surprisingly.
Mine, and this is where it gets fun. The second I found out, right before this film got released, it takes place in the Marvel Universe, got me stoked. The fact that we might have a Spider-Man in a future Avengers film is cool to me.
They're still talking about it, so it's nothing in stone.
But I'm just saying, it was confirmed it's in the Marvel Universe. Do we know if it will get into a Marvel film? As in the Avengers? We do not know yet.
Yeah.
But they confirmed it's in the universe. So that excites me to no end.
Yeah.
But thank you. Spider-Man deserves a good movie. He got one and got a good actor, so I'm very happy. Now, Spud time. If you gotta rate this film, how many Spuds? Josh?
I had some issues with the movie. I don't think that it really deserves 5 Spuds.
Okay.
And I don't really think it deserves 4.5 Spuds, but I will give it a special score. I'll give it 4.25 Spuds.
The only time you'll get a quarter.
Yeah. This won't happen
unless you're Oliver Stone.
Yeah.
Marcus!
I give it 4 solid Spuds.
See, for me, and I gotta give it a 4.5. This film just rocked on every way. This is probably the best, fun superhero movie I've seen in a long time. And I'm so happy they made it. Okay? Now, before we end this segment, you can stop now because this could be a spoiler to you. I have a personal question that I have not asked these guys yet, so this is the surprise ending.
I have a question too.
Who do you think...
Oh, that's the same question.
Exactly. Who do you think was in the jail cell with Lizard at the end?
I'm gonna be the guy. This is what I feel is gonna obviously happen. Norman Osborn, Green Goblin. I've got a feeling it's gonna be him in the next movie.
All right.
I would have to agree because like with the his assistant, that Indian guy or whatever, after the Lizard attacked him on the bridge, spoiler, he was gone. Like they didn't bring him up at all, like anything whatsoever.
To be fair, they have talked. He will play Proto Goblin in the sequel. He's up for playing Proto Goblin.
I don't know, but I'm saying like in the in the storyline, it could have been like, okay, so they got the formula or whatever, they perfected it or something.
Exactly.
I don't think Proto Goblin's going to be a huge part of the movie.
He might be an opener.
Yeah.
But for me, and this is something, because you and I have spoken about this, Josh. It's not the way you think it, though. I believe it's Shocker. For the fact that Osborn still does not have... By that time in the film, Osborn is bedridden and he cannot get up. Yeah. Until they explain in the second film that they got the serum to him, I still think he's in his bed. So in my opinion, due to the way he was able to go through the wall and disappear like that, my idea is they're going from Shocker. Not the Amazing Spider-Man Shocker where it's Uncle Ben's killer, but the Shocker from the other film.
Yeah, I can actually say this. I have an inside scoop that it will not be Uncle Ben's killer being Shocker.
Yeah.
Like that is not going to happen. It's not going to happen in this series. So get that out of your heads.
But if it is Shocker, I welcome that because Shocker is a character I think would be very, very, very fun to watch.
It's also really risky too because he's not that well known of a villain.
Exactly, but sometimes I think it's better to pick the unknown ones to bring them into fame. Okay, everybody, we are the Couch Potatoes. Thank you very much for watching our review. And next will be The Dark Knight. Sadly, I will not be here for this review due to family conflicts of me seeing the film, unlike these assholes who went at midnight without me.
Sorry, Joe.
But, so, I want to wish these guys the best, and due to reasons of vengeance as well, because I will be killing Oliver Stone tonight, I will not be with them. You enjoy your nights, and enjoy the next video.
This is something that we're going to be doing with The Dark Knight, though. Me and Marcus will do a review on it that will be spoiler-free. We will not put any spoilers in it. And next week, we will bring in RJ and have a spoiler-heavy review. Just everything is fair grounds.
Yes. So if you don't see it by then,
what's wrong with you?
To be you.
What's wrong with you? Go watch it right now. I swear to God, I've seen it twice. And like,
You saw it in less than friggin' 14 hours. Twice.
I haven't seen it once yet. Okay, everybody. We are the couch potatoes and spud out.
spud up.
Split out.